Well, a fantastic day of weather on this Wednesday, especially for the middle part of February. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Our rain and storm chances ramp up tonight. We still have the strong storm possibility on the table for Thursday and a brief shot of colder air to wrap up the week Friday. But the good news, not going to last very long. We had some cloudiness, some mid-level cloudiness, especially south of the I-64 corridor today. And so that slowed the warm up, although everyone well above the curve for this time of the year. Bluegrass Pace Care, Skyview AC Camera Network, Richmond EKU. A little bit of filtered sunshine here with it on the way down. 68, we've got that south to southwest wind. It's been 15, 20 much of the afternoon, occasionally gusting upwards of 30. Along the I-64 corridor, managed to sneak into the low 70s, most spots down south and in the east into the 60s. So starting to see a little moisture down here to our south. The boundary is off to our northwest. This will not sweep through area of low pressure across the central plains. That is going to be moving northeastward here, so we will remain in the milder air. And as we get a little deeper in the evening and the overnight, that's when we're going to pick up the pace for showers and storms. You can see here, quiet this evening, but then the rain and storms really intensify and expand during the early hours. And again, southern Kentucky could be the favored area for some heavier rain and any localized flooding issues. It does look like we've got two rounds on the way. The first one, early morning hours, not long after daybreak, and then mid to late morning, a bit of a break, and then we'll see round two rolling in here into the afternoon hours. And that break, if we get some clearing, get some sunshine, that'll add to the instability of the storm energy and help set the stage for, I think, a little better chance of a few stronger storms tomorrow afternoon. Then the front sweeps on through as we get into mid to late evening. Notice here with our severe outlook in the orange, that is level 3 out of 5. We generally see this during our typical severe weather season in the spring, so it's legitimate. Now, you see the gradient out here into eastern Kentucky from 2 to a 1, especially into the far eastern mountains. Damaging winds and the hail threat looks to be with the early morning round. Of course, the isolated tornado threat on the table, so looking at the levels of risk. Again, kind of low to potentially moderate on the isolated tornadoes. That's going to be more in the afternoon, evening. The hail probable in the morning, and the damaging winds across the board. I mentioned the flooding rain with our latest futurecast. You saw some decent rainfall down here into southern Kentucky. Maybe a little bit overdone, but nevertheless, if we see the same areas seeing some heavier rain throughout the day, that could potentially cause a few problems. The front sweeps out relatively quickly, and then the colder air pours in, and you're going to feel every bit of that 37 into the day on Friday because the northwest winds will still be up a bit. So it'll be a colder finish to the week, but high pressure builds in pretty quickly, already running back into the upper 40s. And with that return flow as the high works eastward here, that will set us up for a nice finish to the weekend for some, considering it is a long holiday weekend. We got President's Day on Monday, so a 3-day weekend. First things first, windy, rain and storms off and on with that severe threat. We go from 68 to 37, and then the weekend, not bad. Close to 50 on Saturday, mid-50s Sunday. Get your outdoor plans in if you've got them, because on President's Day and beyond, several waves of low pressure cruising on through, but at least temperatures, we're going to be in pretty good shape. Afternoon highs either side of 60 next Tuesday and Wednesday.